Last time, I built my ultimate Sony a7 III cinema / documentary rig. His name is Rhaegar, by the way. You can watch the build video right here. As I was saying, I built my Sony a7 III cinema / documentary rig, and for me, this is awesome. 100% cinematic. Handheld goodness. Rhaegar is composed of a camera, obviously, an external boom microphone, a wireless lavalier receiver, a monitor, and a wireless camera transmitter. And most of the components are powered by a single tiny battery. This is the FXLION Nano One, and this is the world's smallest V-mount battery. And we are going to talk about it after this quick intro. Para mukhang pro. Hey, what's up guys, Ryan Audencial, and boy, thanks so much for coming back here on my channel. This little thing right here is the FXLION Nano One V-mount battery, and this was sent to me by a good friend of mine, Mr. Christian Ong of MQ Lightings Inc. Shout out to you, Christian. Thanks so much for this tiny but mighty gift. Tiny but mighty? I heard that from somewhere. That's a gimbal brand, right? Oh yeah, it is. Back to the video. This is the FXLION Nano One, and this is a 50 watt-hour V-mount battery with a maximum output of 8 amps. To those who don't know what a V-mount battery is, a V-mount battery is a battery with a V-mount. Just kidding. It is called a V-mount battery because, let me just remove this and flip. You'll notice a V-shaped mount at the back, and this V-shaped mount is the thing that connects it to a V-mount battery plate. This is a V-mount battery plate. You just have to mount it there, like so. And now you can mount this on a light stand or a pole. And it's also good to mention that even if this is a smaller V-mount battery, the V-mount on this thing is still compatible with the old V-mount clamps that you already have. By the way, this is the Lensgo V-mount battery micro clamp, and it was also sent to me by MQ Lightings Inc. Thank you very much again, Mr. Christian Ong and MQ Lightings Inc. But on my rig, I am not using this. I use the Lensgo micro clamp on my one stand YouTube setup. If you want to know more about my one stand YouTube setup, you can watch it here. On my rig, I use a Sevenoak SKBT03 V-mount battery mounting plate. This has a lot of available ports that will make me power most of the stuff that's on my rig simultaneously. Now that we are done with the V-mount battery 101, let's go back to the FXLION Nano One. And before I tell all the features and capabilities of this tiny V-mount battery, let me show you first what's in the box. As you open the box, you are greeted with a very nice message welcoming you to the family, and then you get your FXLION Nano One. That's all there is to it, really. Hey, what's up, Jarvis?
Importing all preferences from home interface. Begin systems check.
Let's talk about the build quality. Man, this is built like a tank. This is made out of durable materials, and I am sure that this will withstand accidental drops. Accidental drops. I really love the design of this thing, and as I've said earlier, this is the world's smallest V-mount battery. You can check out the product dimensions on the text here, but if you want a visual comparison, here is my iPhone 11 and here is the FXLION Nano One V-mount battery. It weighs only 310 grams. It has a button on the front, and when you press that, the OLED screen displays the battery voltage, battery capacity, and USB output voltage. There is also an LED halo light around the button, which has a 4-level power indicator. The FXLION has 3 different types of USB output ports: a USB-A, a micro USB, and the USB Type-C. Having those USB ports will give you the ability to charge your tablets, phones, and even your laptops with USB Type-C charger like the MacBook Pro. It also has a D-tap port on the side to power different accessories over D-tap. And of course, this is a V-mount battery, so it has your typical V-lock pins. Now that I mentioned all the ports in this thing, I think it's time to mention how to charge it. First way to charge it is through the micro USB port, using a 5-volt charger, just like your phone charger. Yes, the micro USB port is an in and out port, meaning you can charge the Nano One through it, and you can also charge your accessories through that same micro USB port. The micro USB port is the slowest way to charge it. It took me 8 to 9 hours to fully charge it using that 5-volt charger. The second way to charge it is through the USB-C port. Yes, it's also an in and out port. To charge it through a USB-C port, you need to use a PD charger that also supports USB Type-C cables. The third way to charge it is by using a D-tap charger through the D-tap port on the side. The last way to charge it is by the use of a professional 14.8-volt V-lock charger, but I don't know how fast because I don't have that kind of charger right here. I've had the FXLION Nano One for almost a month now, and I used it intensively just to test it out on the field or in real-life scenarios. As I've said, I used this on my rig to power my Sony a7 III, my Desview R5 monitor, and my Hollyland Mars 400S transmitter. And it gave me 2.5 hours of running time till it got fully drained. And it's really not that bad, considering the fact that you get to use just one battery for all your gears. It's really a big help because you just need to charge one battery for all your stuff on this setup. Why did I do that? That saves up time and space in your camera bag because you won't have to bring lots of batteries with you. Sony NPFW50 batteries. And I also mentioned that you can power not just your camera and your monitor, you can also use this to power your LED light. But of course, it needs to be compatible with a V-mount battery like the Aputure 120D. This battery gave me roughly 20 minutes to power the Aputure 120D in full intensity. But you won't use the Aputure 120D in full blast on a talking head or interview setup, right? Now that we are done with the features of this tiny V-mount battery, let me tell you my final thoughts about it. And here are the things I like. Number 1. The FXLION Nano One is an awesome power solution, not just for your camera and its accessories, because for me, this is also one cool little power bank that can charge your phones and tablets on the go because of its USB ports. Number 2. I also like its form factor. It's tiny, it's not that heavy, it's really portable, and because of its watt hours, you will have no problems having this in your carry-on bags when you're going to travel and fly. Usually, it is safe and allowed to bring a battery under 100 watt hours when you are on a plane. Number 3. I like the OLED screen and the overall design. It's like something from Tony Stark's arsenal. You a DC fan? Okay, from Bruce Wayne's arsenal. Now here is the only thing that I don't like about this battery. I hate this. It's hard to even close it. There. Now this is the FXLION Nano One, a 50 watt-hour battery. But if you do need a larger capacity, there is the FXLION Nano 2. That is a 90 watt-hour battery. FXLION has a lot of accessories for this battery. There is the FXLION Nano LNP that lets you adapt the Nano One or other V-mount batteries to an NPF battery port. There is also the FXLION Nano L2S plate. This lets you put on 2 Nano V-mount batteries simultaneously and hot swap them if needed. And you can check out the links below to know more about the accessories that can be used for this V-mount battery. Now that has been my review of the FXLION Nano One 50 watt-hour V-mount battery. Again, if you want to know more about this product, go check out the links below. And if you want to purchase this here in the Philippines, visit MQ Lightings Inc.'s Facebook page. Link is also in the description. Again, I want to thank MQ Lightings Inc. and Mr. Christian Ong for sending this awesome little battery here in the Attic PH. Thank you so much, sir. Now, if this video helped you, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't already. And one more thing, if you want to buy Ryan Audencial shirts, please email me or like and follow Joan of Cart on Facebook. Link is also in the description. Once again, this has been Ryan Audencial. Thanks so much for being here and see you in the next video.